Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. So today we're here to talk about wild caught fish versus tank raised fish. And to start it off, here's IFG.
What's up YouTube fellow hobbyists? Thanks to Adam C for the spot. I'm going to share a couple of things with you guys about purchasing wild caught fish and tank raised fish. In my opinion, whenever you are purchasing a wild caught fish, please be sure to QT that fish. Keep in mind, guys, that this fish is coming directly from the lake to the breeder to you. Now, with that being said, there's a high chance that this fish can have parasites, so you want to QT those guys. Also, more often than not, wild caught fish take a while to settle in. It takes them a little bit longer to acclimate themselves to the environment, so they will not begin to eat right away. When this happens, don't panic. Give those guys some time to settle in. Don't start to dump all sorts of chemicals and meds into your aquarium. Okay, now let's move on over to tank raised fish. In my opinion, I would QT tank raised fish as well. Now, in my experience, I have not run into any issues with tank raised fish not eating immediately after they're added to the aquarium. Now, another tip for you guys: you can feed a medicated fish food to your fish while they are in quarantine. And also, guys, with these tank raised fish, they don't take as long to acclimate themselves to the environment, being that they're accustomed to living inside of a glass box. All right, guys. Thanks again, Adam C, for the spot. That's my time.
So you can see from the inquisitive fish guy himself, there are risks and rewards to both. I agree with him on wild caught fish. They can be a lot more difficult and require a lot more patience to keep and be successful with, especially the first 6 months to a year of owning them. So you may ask then, why even bother with wild caught fish? And the main advantage I see, and actually one of the few advantages I see, is if you're breeding fish. Having wild caught fish to breed ensures that you do have a pure line from the lake. That's if you trust the person you're getting them from. So when you're breeding, the people buying from you are confident they're getting a pure breed. Now and then, tank raised fish, at some point in the generations, maybe a fish slipped in there that started breeding with them that wasn't 100% pure. Maybe it was a part hybrid, and you might not know until generations of fish later if you start seeing a fish that looks like a wild caught specimen that you've seen in a book. Maybe the mouth's a little bit different, or there's a slightly different color morph, and that's probably because a fish slipped in there that probably didn't belong in that breeding group. So that's what I see as a benefit to wild caught. Just if you're breeding them, you have yourself a pure line to start with. Where they go from there, obviously that's not up to you. Some people do say they think that wild caught fish look better. I don't necessarily agree with that. I have 5 in here, 5 wild caughts, and if you didn't know which ones they were, I'd be really surprised if you could pick them out. Most people say the best looking fish in this tank is the Becochromis noditania down there. That was a $9 fish from Live Fish Direct, not a wild caught fish. So for looks purposes, I don't think wild caught makes any difference versus tank raised. I would always stick with tank raised if I had the option, because like the IFG said, so much easier to adapt to your tank and live more peacefully. So thanks to Evan, the inquisitive fish guy, for joining me today. I certainly appreciate it, and thank you all for watching. See you next time.